gang. Yeah, it's the end of the round. Greetings and salutations, welcome to another edition of the YouTube channel, Too Many Plugins and Delta X-Ray. I'm your host Alex. Today we're going to test a little bit here the Ryzen 4500. I got here the FirePro W600 that just overclocked it as high as I could, so it's 100 on the core and 100 on the memory, so 1100 and 850. Probably gonna do maybe between 40 to 45 or something. I don't know. I'm in 720p, so we'll see how it's gonna run over here. The most interesting thing is over here. You have to pay attention to is the power consumption. That for me was the most interesting. To put here core clock speeds and all that kind of stuff that really doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So you just have only a power consumption of the CPU and then a RAM utilization, a temperature of the GPU in overclock, utilization, and then VRAM in green under it. But what's the coolest thing you should check out is the power consumption. This is, by the way, medium graphics, so everything left default, only put it in medium.
Unsere Befehle, Feldwebel!
So here you can also see, you know, what I mean with that, the VRAM, you know, over time, you know, this, for sure you would have had the double of frame rate probably in the beginning when this game came out on medium graphics. In 2016, you know, it was very common. Most graphics cards had 2 gigs of VRAM then. But today you can already see that we get 35 frames. But very stable frames. There's no really micro stutters or nothing in it, so not bad at all. But to check out that power consumption over there of that CPU, you know, it's really impressive. That. Now, of course, we are only 720p in medium graphics, but I think even if you put it in high graphics, I think we're gonna get here. Maybe in high graphics not, but oh my god, now I'm the squad leader. But in medium and in low, there must be nothing between it. Come on, survive, son. Oof. On the fire. I was laying over there like a rat. Yeah, so I don't understand why, I mean, now that Battlefield 6 got so popular, probably now more people are gonna put the benchmarks of Battlefield 6, but in the old times, unfortunately, people don't really use so much Battlefield as a benchmark. And it's actually quite a shame that is, because Battlefield, the Frostbite engine, is actually a very interesting engine. It's because it likes high clock speeds, it likes a lot of cores, it likes fast VRAM, and it also likes cache and a normal high frequency RAM. So the higher your frequency RAM is, all those things in Battlefield really makes your frame rate go up. So actually, a Battlefield, the Frostbite engine is a kind of an engine that actually all the things in your system actually you will notice, and it will use. Let me say it like that. So it's cache. A lot of course it likes a high VRAM. Not the size of it, but the speed of it. So very fast video memory, very fast normal memory. It likes cache. So there's all sorts of things that actually Battlefield really stresses. So it's actually really a nice benchmark just to see how your PC is performing. So, but we have now on the Ryzen 3 1200, I would have a frame rate that was much more jumping all over the place. It was like sometimes doing 50, but then in many places it was dropping all of a sudden between 29 to 25 frames per second. And here I just have a very a stable frame rate, let me say it like that, you know. It's not really going so high or low, but it's also really not dropping on the 30, you know. So that's actually, you know, much better than, for example, that sometimes your frame rate is 45, but then you drop all of a sudden to 25 or something, you know. That kind of pulsating, very erratic frame rate is really much worse. You know, I prefer to have this. It just has a minimum 34, jumps also all the time, sometimes up to 40, as you see, you know. But it's stable, you know. It's not jumping all over the place. So there you go. Now we just go over here and we're gonna put it in low, and then we'll see what we have. So I'm just in 720p at 60. For the rest, everything is just left on deep. We'll go to a low now, and we'll see. And after that, we'll try high also.
We have lost objective butter.
Okay, so we gained another 10 or 20 frames over here. So yeah, you see really the bottleneck of this graphics card. You see now it's all of a sudden doing 60. Look at that, in low. And that power consumption, man, 18 watts, 19 watts of that Ryzen 5 4500 is really impressive, man. It's way lower than the Ryzen 5 5500 is all-time hanging on 30, 35. Sometimes 40, 45, never higher than that. I've never seen it higher than 45, but that's what he's more or less jumping. And then the 5600 and the 3600 are all around 70 watts. So between 50, 55, jumping up to 70 watts. It depends a little bit on the game. So look at that, much more stable frame rate, you know.
Ich brauche einen Sally! Aufpassen, Granate raus! Ich krieg eine Granate!
We have lost objective Duff.
So there you go, 18 watts, man. That's incredible. That. But if you take instructions per clock, then actually the 5500 is more efficient than this one. So if you take really the minimum frames and instructions per clock and everything together, so the processing power. If you really combine all of that, then Zen 3 is more efficient than this. But this is already really a refined version of Zen 2. So here you see in low the frame rates that we more or less got. So and this is also why the CPU is also not drawing any power, because it's just that the GPU, that graphics card, that's holding it back.
Granate! Hier ist eine Granate!
And by the way, on Wi-Fi, so I'm not on Viber, so can be here and there a little glitches in the stream.
Vorsicht, Jungs, ich werfe eine Granate! Granate raus! Ich werfe eine Granate!
We have lost objective butter.
Wir müssen das Ziel um jeden Preis halten.
Wanna go nowhere? We do C.
Erobert das verdammte Ziel.
So yeah, very playable. We had there that 60 even, you know. Oh, just 60. Look at that. Not bad at all. Of course in low, but never dropping under the. Holy moly! Wrong button.
A flame trooper
Ich bin
kit
verletzt!
available near your
Sanitäter,
location.
schnell!
Oh my god. Okay, now we're gonna try here, now we're gonna try high over here. High. It's gonna be probably dreadful, but there you go. Yeah, exactly what I was thinking. Then he's gonna drop sometimes under the 30. I can guarantee you that in the time that this card came out, you know, that and that Battlefield 1 came out in 2016, with this card you probably could run this high on like 60 frames per second, you know. Yeah. Today it's doing half of that. But it is keeping it on 30, so we're in high frames, it's still keeping on 30, so a total console experience on this map. Attention, maybe in other maps it's going to be worse. Medic! Still not bad. It's almost doing the same as in medium. So medium and high, there's really not so much between it. Couple of frames. Low is when the frame rate really doubles. So there you can really see the bottleneck of the GPU, you know. But it's keeping in high. Oh yeah, higher than 30. I didn't saw drop on the 30, so that's really not so bad. Maybe if you get a lot of enemies around or something, or other NPCs and squad members, maybe then it's different, but...
Wir müssen das Ziel erobern!
God damn. So still a stable 30, never dropped on the 30, so that's not bad, that's in high. Let's actually, for a joke, try even higher, see if that works. Go to ultra settings. Gonna be probably a slideshow, guys. Still we keep 30, look at that. There's really no difference between medium high and ultra high, so yeah. My god. Yeah, 28. You saw there over there, he was just dropping on the 30. You're still keeping it. Look over there, 27, 28. Now it's starting to really struggle. Yeah. In the moment it drops occasionally under a
Your location.
on the 30, you're screwed. Where is it? Oh, somebody else took it already. Son of a gun. Yeah, so in ultra graphics, guys. I hope, by the way, that OBS is not against showing a small screen. I don't know what happened yesterday. I had everything standing correct in resolution and in capture in OBS, but for some reason, still we keep 30 on ultra graphics in 720p. So there's really not so much between medium, high, and ultra. Yeah, it's totally a. A bottleneck. But we'll keep a console experience. Holy moly, medic. Yeah, I'm gone. I, by the way, don't know if you normally can overclock this Fire Pro W. I don't know. Son of a gun. I use the Nemesis driver, so now the card is unlocked after I one time used the Nemesis driver. Now I can just overclock it in MSI Afterburner, but I think if you never have installed the Nemesis driver, then probably you cannot overclock it in MSI Afterburner. So, but it's just 100 on the core and 100 on the memory without changing the power target. Yeah, now we're dropping under 30 frames per second, and now it starts getting choppy. Oh my god. Yeah, now it's really starting to get choppy when there's a lot of enemies around. Come on, medic, 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 medic. Oh, son of a gun. Yeah. I'm going back to high because
we have taken objective butter.
Yeah, ultra settings when enemies come around start to be unplayable. But it's working, guys.
Ich werfe eine Granate. Vorsicht jetzt. Granate raus.
We have lost objective butter.
With this benchmarking, completely forgetting to control my squads.
We have taken objective butter.
So this is on high, and again you see it, a lot of enemies around, a lot of stuff around, and it starts dropping under 30 and it becomes choppy. So yeah, it's right now medium. So yeah, with this one I think really that medium you're really the best off.
Sprengladung in Position.
Oh my god. See the power consumption, guys. 18 watts, man. Hey, that's really crazy. Yeah, I think the sweet spot is medium over here. Low, you get the double of frames, but then it's also becomes so visually compromised, you know. Becomes even difficult to see your enemies. Yeah. So probably more, with a more high-end graphics card, a faster graphics card, probably the CPU consumption is going to go up a little bit also. It's probably going to be then around 28 watts or something, between 25 and 28 watts. Goes up with about 10 watts. So not bad at all. Yeah, this is the sweet spot, I think. To have still visual fidelity, to also see your enemies and not being so straining on your eyes. That's what I have with low in Battlefield. This was just also for testing the R5, the Ryzen 4500. Yeah. My biggest experience is that it's a very consistent frame rate, very smooth without having huge ups and downs, so jumping all over the place. Yeah, it's almost the end of the round also. Goes to 1,000, I think. I hope not 2,000. And first I thought, yeah, I can also maybe put the K2200 in this PC, but there's not really a point in that. It's very, very simple. On the Ryzen 5 5500, it's yeah, 20 to 30 frames more than this CPU, so not really a point in testing that. Yeah, the sweet spot is really here, medium graphics.
Alle Sprengsätze in Position.
An enemy armored train is en route.
Gelin.
Ich bin verletzt, helft mir!
We have lost objective Duff.
Yeah, medium, guys, is the sweet spot.
We have lost objective Edward.
Danke, Kumpel.
Yeah, it runs great here on medium like this. Always stays over the 30 frames.
An enemy armored train has arrived.
Oh my god, we have an armored train on the way. Yeah. So the difference is not the high frame rate. It's just way smoother, less stutters than the 4-core, 4-threaded Ryzen 3 1200. Way more consistent frame rate, way smoother. Even when you move, when you walk, enemy encounters with the other one, you would have then in the moment that you had an enemy encounter, you had then micro stutters and stuff like that. So yeah. And it was also all tested with the same graphics card, the same motherboard, so the same memory. Everything was the same, you know. So same NVMe drive. So.
Verteidigt das Ziel!
So there you go. There you go. The GPU only got 52 degrees today. I gave my cooler a clean of the FirePro W600. Gave the cooler a clean and put some new thermal grease in it. It was hitting 70, 75. Now it's doing 50, 52. So really made a difference. So there you go. You saw the power consumption was really crazy. And the RAM utilization also. So you see Battlefield 1 loves CPU cores, likes cache, likes a lot of RAM, likes fast speed RAM, likes high speed VRAM. So that's in that the Battlefield is really cool actually if you want to test your system. And also not VRAM but normal RAM utilization. Battlefield always consumes a lot of memory. Look at that, it's almost 9 gigabytes in 720p medium. Which is really a lot, especially for when this game came out, 2016, you know. Anyway, guys, gonna have dinner. Thank you very much for watching. We'll do some other tests with some other games still. So there you go. Anyway, I hope to catch you in the next one. Cheers and beers.